Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'm going to briefly try and summarize some of the changes that have taken place on the also Smart Fibonacci indicator. So basically what we are working with here is that we have now the trading day marked or demarcated, right? As you can see when I zoom out on my chart over here, each trading day gets marked and demarcated. Then secondly, we have trading sessions inbuilt into the indicator. So you drop it on your chart and it's just going to add this stuff. And it's going to add labels on them. So I'm going to try going to a pair. Let me just open any pair. Control M for market watch. So I'm just going to try and go to UJ, right? And then let me add the indicator and quickly come back. All right, and I'm back now. So basically there's in light mode of which the daily open here is not clear, right? So, but what we are having here is let me just scroll up. We have the daily high, the daily low, the daily open here, right? So I'm just gonna mark it over here. I guess the next update, I should make this daily open to be more of a solid color to switch between the modes, right? So I'm gonna make it black there. So right, and then what we have again, sorry for shifting this guy. So we have the daily open, daily high and low, and we now have the Fibonacci indicator levels placed on the side. As you remember, the levels were somehow like this. And a lot of people were struggling to understand if price has passed where they should take trades or not. And now it's set aside like this, right? So this allows you to understand that what you should look forward to expect in price is that price should go back to this level and then give you a sell, right? Basically, if it doesn't get any straightforward than this, I don't know, right? So basically the core around this is that price should pull up to this level and sell. But whilst on that note, right, there is an issue we are facing. So I'll try going back. Let me try sharing a part of that. Where do I find this? Let me try and share one of these pictures here. This has been a bug that has been ongoing for a long time, whereby you find that it shows you a sell and a buy at the same time. And in this case, the buy would be in profit, but the sell remains there and you don't know what to really do with it, right? And that has been a bug that has been bothering for a long time. However, now I've managed to fix that issue in the code. Um, as some of you know, I built this indicator on my own, 100% on my own, because I am a developer. So I studied the MQL language and I have vast experience in trading. So I basically just went and applied some of my trading strategies, right? So it's not something which, like most people out there, they just go on the internet and scheme something and sell it, right? So some of the challenges that I get to come across with the indicator stuff I know, and I try to resolve them with code without really just getting somebody to build something I don't understand and stuff, right? So part of the logic here is this, right? When you see that buy sell thing happening in the background, the logic says this. So the logic applies. I'm not sure if I should try writing this down or what, right? But let me just try. So one is gonna find, let me just say one, look at what I'm doing, daily bias. That's our 1.1, right? Let's make this black. So our point one is daily bias. Then how does daily bias go? It's basically the daily trend. So if price opens over here, and that's where you will see the importance of this basic displays or physical updates I've made. Price, you need to know where price is relative to the daily open. I'm sorry for just playing around with words like that. You need to know where price is compared to the daily open or the day open as I labeled, right? For example, when price was somewhere here, the logic says we need to know the daily bias or the daily price position. So when price just opened it somewhere here, it makes its way to the low, meaning it's below the daily open, right? So the rule here says, if I'm to just try and duplicate this, the rule around this says that buy if current price is greater than day open. Buy if current price is greater than day open, meaning the day open is basically less than the buy price. I mean the current price, right? Let me just keep it here. So when price is like above this, the daily trade trend is basically bullish. It buys. And same thing happens when it's vice versa. It's going to current price is less than day open. So I'm just gonna do this, right? So that's like number one logic. Know where price is. So the daily open is here. This blue line is let's say it's a daily open. If price is above here, look for buy entries. If price is below here, look for sell entries. Make sense? Right? So when you're looking at this, and I'm going to try keeping this as short as possible. So now we are in the 9-minute zone or something. So when price is above here, the indicator or the calculation in the indicator is basically going to look for the previous high, the previous low, then high, and then it will start calculating the current high, and it will try calculating for the buy zone in the Fibonacci thing. For example, when this was the low and price was somewhere here, make this black since we're on a thing. Black, not none, black. So when price was low, high, somewhere here was our level of interest, meaning should price have moved from this high to here, it would be our buy, right? But now let's remove this and continue with the logic. So that's our low, that's our current high, and we want price to do what? To pull down to this level, and price didn't do that, right? And then price keeps moving up. It does it again here, it doesn't move back. It doesn't move back. You need to look at price in comparison to the daily open, low, and current high where I'm moving. So price is doing this. It gets here, it tries pulling back, as you can see over here. It pulls back, but it doesn't get really close to that, and it keeps moving. It stops somewhere here, and price makes a new high. It pulls down, right? And just when you were like, I got it, and price pulls back, right? Meaning this would have been like a very good trade entry, although price didn't feel it as much, right? And as you can see, there's like 6 a.m. in the morning, right? Meaning it's like within the London session. So the session over here can easily be edited by you going back to change this stuff here, this hours, the opening hours there based on your time zone. But I try to make the indicator to somehow use your MT4 server time zone, right? So this would have been a nice trade to catch, like 60 pips or so, right? Like 63 pips. And then again, move. Since price attempted this move over here, it didn't do, right? And then now there's the interesting thing I've been studying now. I want to try and find a way to catch these movements without triggering some greed in some people, but I'll maybe come to that update as soon as possible, right? So after this movement, we are now in a position whereby this level still stands, and most people might be somewhere like 10 a.m., 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, looking forward to trading this, right? And price pulls back. As you can see, it goes against this level. I think it would do so because it's like trying to what it has been trying to do, according to my understanding of this, is that price somehow in it attempts creating a daily high or low during either Asian and London, right? And then in New York, it will form a low or a high. So one of those high lows will be formed in London. Then you get to take the retracement. And it's possible to find that there are days where you don't find trading opportunities, right? For example, here like 8, you were not anywhere near your chart. But in this instance, around 6 here, I would have taken this, I think, because it would be like the nearest I get to my trading confirmations. So moving right along is that price now goes boom below this level. And we know what happens when you go against this level. The logic here says if you need to sell if price is if the current price is like less than the daily open, meaning the daily open is here and now price is supposed to sell. And how do you do a sell side Fibonacci? Is that you need to pull it from here to the current low. And in this case, the low would be somewhere here. Remember, it's like the current price would be where? Just breaking through this level here. Let me just highlight it. Pull it there properly. Hope it doesn't trigger your OCD. And if it does, you simply just come in here and copy this value and paste it here. Right? So at this current moment, price is like pulling from up here, right, to somewhere down here. Because it's like just below, remember, not above or equals to, below. As soon as price went below, as you can see somewhere here, when price passed through here, it went below, right? So as soon as price went below, the level of interest was here, meaning should it have passed through and went up, because you see it tried going up, should it had continued to go up, it would sell at this point. But again, it's not like a train smash, because again, with this indicator is either you make trades or you don't. And most people who get to try and complain that it's actually costing them losses is because they don't know where to take their trades. So basically, price gets to this level and it drops. And if it had reached here, it would have been confirmed by this flip zone where the previous support is a resistance, or the fair value gap in here, right? Yeah, so price would come here, but did it do? No, it went up and just sold, right? Somebody might have sold using this break of structure, and as soon as it retested, they sell. But no, price pulled a bit further, went up, pulled, and it formed a low there, right? Again, this low, should price have pulled up to this level, then it would have triggered a sell at this point. But remember, as soon as it crosses this zone, then it's going to change the daily bias, right? Hence, again, you see what happened now. Price stopped at this level, and as soon as price opens, it means it will open here, and then what you'll see is maybe price going up to this level, and then it shows us a buy or if it goes below, it shows us a sell, right? If price opens here, it goes down, goes up, it's a buy bias or sell bias, right? And it won't apply on this previous one. So hope this makes sense. So the updates that have been made is basically this presentation of the daily open level by label and by line. And then secondly is the daily high and daily low. And then the Fibonacci zones are as you see there. So if I try to like refresh or wipe, let me just wipe this, wipe my screen. I'm holding back. As soon as I reload or switch my time frame, it will bring back the stuff because they are hard coded into the indicator, right? So that's more like it. Let me just jump to something current. So what I have here is a Ripple. It's a weekend now. And then I have price opening here. If we go through that basic logic, price opening here, it goes below the open, meaning whatever we have been having is that price was supposed to do like a high to low. Change this to white since we are in a black thing. So change this like that. That was the thing there. If I go to 5 minutes, you'll see what happened. So, and it did work, right? So we have like a high there pulling down, and price did what? Pulled up, meaning the Fibonacci indicator gave a sell here and it moved away. And as soon as it moves away, it gives you the sell, it moves away, and then it tries to give you the next current wave or opportunity, right? And then price messed around after giving you this points over here. It messes around and it gets to this time over here. There's like London time, London session. And then let me just remove this. After that, price now forms a new high and a new low. And remember this rule here, as soon as price passes through this level, it's going to change the bias, right? And then it somehow no longer looks for a sell because it's above this level. And then after that whole story, price suddenly comes below, because remember, as soon as we say a buy level, it would be like something like this. I want to bring it here because we are somewhere there. So meaning we're expecting price to now, since it's pulling like this, we're expected to like drop and drop to this level and buy, of which it did temporarily, but somehow, wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, so sorry. I see I was messing up. So we want price to come to this level. And as soon as that needs to happen, it gets tricky because price should be in a position whereby it sticks within like this day open here. And that day open won't apply in a sense because we are like here and price says you need to pull like make a buy to this level and go up, but as soon as this thing crosses this level, the bias change. So the indicator is that smart to know when the bias changes and when it shouldn't do. Because what I was trying to do or say is that the buy side was this way, right? Is this way since it crosses above this level, right? It crosses here and the buy needs to go from here to there. But it won't, because as soon as it does, then it will be violating the condition number one, meaning as soon as it crosses that level, then we need to be in a position to apply the next logic, right? Yeah, so the next logic was as soon as price bridges this, then we need to start looking for sales. So meaning we're going from the high to the low, and this was the high to low situation. So from the high to the low. right? Because it can't use this lows this side. The indicator, I've coded it in that sense. So it will apply lows that are below this, right? So it will do some sort of a thing like this, meaning as soon as it goes below here, there's the low, right? Then it should be in a position to fetch this. As soon as it went there, it might have triggered, with the previous indicator, it would have triggered that glitch. So there is a flicker that was happening, as I said, the flicker which shows a buy and a sell. But right now I've resolved it in a sense. And if you happen to come across it, just report it to me. I'll increase the points. So I added something called a dead zone here. So a dead zone is basically more like getting to add a certain amount of points. You say, should price enter or go through this thing here, this buy level here, for some points? It shouldn't flicker, it shouldn't change, it shouldn't do anything. And should the points be exceeded, price should delete the previous bias and put the current bias instead of just having the previous bias and the current bias, right? Makes sense, right? So price would have done something like this. The dead zone applies and then it pulls away. Should it pull away like this? And then you are like, okay, cool. Then it means price would have done something like this. So let's try and apply the new thing. So it would be a high and low. You see, you would have taken this trade over here, right? Let me try getting rid of this one. Where is that? Pulled from here to there, I think. Okay, delete this one, sorry. I can't seem to find this one. Oh gosh, how did I apply this? Okay, there. So let's apply on this one. So price would be calculating this in real time and it would be giving you this level there. It would have taken this trade, and I believe, right? I would just basically target the previous low, meaning from this to that point. And then what else? As price goes on or the day is going on, obviously it would be in a position whereby, let's find that thing again. Where is it? So it's somewhere in here, right? Wherever it is. So basically would be in a position to actually take advantage of that, of the thing as I'm talking about. So yeah, more like that. As you can see, as I'm talking now, price is like having a high and a low there, right? And then there is a sell taking place over here this moment, and it's already triggered. Yeah, it's already triggered. Just exercise trading cautiously, allow it some room to enter the space here because it could still enter in here and sell. But yeah, that's more like it. These are some of the changes. Some of the changes is in the code whereby there was a lot of looping that I had done, whereby the current MT4 update had a thing that triggered the loop for more like the calculations would happen in most instances as people who had very low internet connection with their servers. Like here, it's too low, such that when you find yourself in a position whereby you are dropping this on your chart, right? Let me just move from this. It's irritating me. You are on your chart, busy analyzing. I'm not analyzing, sorry. You see, if in fact distracted me. You're on your chart and you just drop the indicator, right? And then somehow it doesn't really show you the thing. It crashes the platform. The crash would happen because one, I try to decrease, like find a way to decrease increase the memory of the MT4 platform by giving people instruction to like reduce the amount of bars that are calculated and stuff. But it wouldn't hold because of the update in a way, right? So I tried to like play around the code. Then I went back, just rewrote the code properly without having loops that are going to do a lot of calculations, because the calculations would take place whilst the MT4 platform doesn't have the current price. For example, you're opening a new chart, it hasn't loaded the current price. And the indicator, on the other hand, is trying to do calculations. So it would run like this wild loops of calculations without the current price, which it needs to know where the price is, so that it applies the logic, and then it takes long, and then it crashes the platform. So I cleaned that up. It has some buffer time or a zone that allows that should price not be available, current price not available, just wait a bit longer until you go back and sync back into the current price that has loaded. So that's more like it. There's a lot that happened in the background than what you see visually. And then anything else I've added, as you saw there, the filter. So I'm just going to edit now and get back to sharing with you. Right. So as you can see over here, there's the filter, right? Also built this because in part of my analysis, I apply this. What is it called? I apply RSI, relative strength index, to find the momentum, right? Most people use the RSI or most of the indicators wrong, right? Let me go back to this one and try adding that also. So most people, as I said, they apply this stuff wrong. So having RSI, when we're starting to trade back in like 2013 or so, people were saying just apply in the 70 level, 30 level, and do a buy when it's below, it's oversold, when it's above, and that's bad trading, right? So basically, the RSI, I use it in my logic mostly to find a way to catch change in momentum, buy, sell momentum, right? So it's more like a filter. So when it crosses below or above the 50 level, then it's gonna do something, right? Let me try showing you this. So when the 50 zone goes up, as you can see over here on the chart, let me just do this. So the 50 level is here. Zoom in here, right? 50 level is here, right? I can't really pull this thing properly there, but I want to, right? So the 50 level is here. As you see this, I'll delete this one because it doesn't want to be honest. So as you see this, price crosses above and it makes a buy, right? Price crosses below that, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell, as you see, right? Price crossing through this, mostly on the lower time frame, then it's gonna change the momentum of the trend, right? I can try going back as far as possible. Whenever there was a crossover below or above, then something actually happened, right? Yeah, let me go. So as you know, the buildup of anything we see visually on the higher time frame happened within the lower time frame. So you didn't just wait for this to happen. It happens within this space over here. So if we are to go to like 30 minutes or whatever, we'll see that this did alert us that something is coming, something is going to happen, and eventually it happened. So the filter is used in the sense that you look at the crossovers below. When price goes below, then you know it's gonna switch into a sell. When it goes like above, then you know it's now telling me to buy, right? More like that. As you see here, price cross and it bought, right? And then, yeah, anything in line with this, allowing yourself to use this as a filter on top of something like this one here that we have. So over here, it made a buy. Should you want to trade cautiously, just wait for this to cross below and give you a sell, then you know that you have like a double confirmation on top of that arrow indicator, right? So the arrow indicator is somehow like having this kind of logic in the background. So yeah, I've made these changes, made these updates. Hope you enjoy them. Hope you love them. Looking forward to hearing a lot of feedback again, as I always do. Use this cautiously, use this to your advantage. And then, yeah, that's more like it. So should I try going into testing? Let me see. I'm out of time already. So same thing, man. Remove this, delete that one. So same thing happens. Daily open is here. Price started off by going up, meaning it was like doing a buy. Then there's the other thing. Let me share with you because I don't want to keep getting the same questions brought up, right? You look at this, price just opened here, right? Price opens, and then we have a daily high there, a daily low, and an open. And people would be like freaking out, losing their heads because they don't understand what's happening. The indicator it's like an analytical tool. It calculates. It doesn't just gets whatever and give it to you. It's going to calculate, and if it calculates without having enough data, then it's gonna be a hazard. So wait for it to build up a range, then you'll trade within that range. And the other thing would, according to the previous indicator thing, the code would have crashed. If you look at this download and upload here, it's too slow. The current price is like above, made a gap. It doesn't make sense. It would have crashed, right? So let me go back to my screen. So basically, it's just a matter of getting to know where the daily open is and current price and stuff. So don't panic when you see the change. Don't rush to take a trade. Just take your time, like a sniper, take a breath and wait for price to do what it has to do. For example, on this trading day here, the open is there, high, low, meaning there's a time somewhere here like 5:11, right? So there's the daily high, there's the low. Price would pull up to that level there or something. But let's suppose we want to do something like this below, meaning whatever was happening is that price was doing like this. It was giving sell entries, sell, 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 until it went above, right? Violated the sells there. And then went above this zone, meaning it's buy, 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 right? Meaning it's like from here to there, I think. And then price didn't. Oh, it did, I think. They made a buy to that level, then dropped. As soon as it did this, violated the thing there. And then price now starts applying from this point here. And I think these updates are building up to something great that I've been trying to pin my hand on, right? So that's the current low, right? Above this. Soon as price goes like boom and it pulls up, it's a sell, but it's like within below this, right? Then just like that, price is going to allow you to sell, of which it did. And as soon as it does that, price will start pulling this thing even further, like yeah. So sometimes you just need to look out for where the market is building, not building, where the market is compared to the open. How far is it from the low and high? Because sometimes you might attempt trading something which doesn't really have a, what would I call it? It doesn't really have a enough range, right? I'm gonna try and find an example of that manner. So it's like, I don't know where to find such an example. Let's see Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the open is far. If you look at this, the open is far compared to the current price. But imagine if the current price is somewhere like open, high, low, high. It's like within a consolidation. Anything happening in the small range. And I'm going to try using ATR to calculate such a range. So any trading day, if we study back into the past and find a trading day which is in a range, then it's likely that price didn't actually allow any proper trading in that case, right? Yeah, so that's more like it. As you can see, I was using this filter here to just spot or pin some of the trades there. Yeah, do enjoy your trading week ahead. Your trading, as you can see here, prices, as I said, just above this. So I will allow it some movement within, and then eventually price will respect this level. That should move here and drop a bit, right? Yeah, so that's more like it. Do enjoy your trading, as I said, and the updates. I'm going to be sending this out as soon as possible, and then you will use this in your application.